missing someone. Love with all your heart. Missing someone. Love with heart.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So this week's episode, I have another gray blending video for you guys. So this is a returning client on a color that we did, I want to say maybe like 5 months ago or so. And the color that she has faded out kind of bluish. And last time when she came in, we were basically just doing a placement that would really just match her natural gray and grow out really softly. And today she came in wanting to go even lighter. And the blue that you're seeing is a residual fade out from a color mask that I made her. It's I made her like a color bomb with the Pulp Bright Santa Barbara mask, and we made the purple for that one just a little bit more on the blue side. And sometimes when that happens, it can, like, the blue can stain the hair a little bit more, so that is why she came in and her hair is still blue. I was actually very shocked that it was still blue because she told me that she didn't even use that mask recently. It had been a while since she used it. So today her goal, her picture that she first showed me, was a very like dark purple root into a faded out silver bottom. But because she has so much blue in her hair, I'm gonna have to do something more purpley to kind of give the illusion that the ends are a little bit more gray. But also I told her that since her hair just loves the blue pigment, it just kind of tends to stain and stay blue, that we should definitely do a violet that was more pinky and a little less blue to help and prevent her hair from fading blue again. So today, after I fully do her balayage and everything, I am going to go in and mix up a purple that is more warmer than cooler violet to try and cancel out some of the blue that's in her hair. So the first foil, I just did a detail hairline foil so that her hairline is nice and bright. And then I don't know if any of you guys have watched her other hair transformation video when she first came into me, but just a little backstory on that one. So basically the placement and my sectionings are going to be very similar to that video. What I mostly did was I sliced her whole head and then just like weaved her hairline. And so basically today I'm going to be doing something very similar to that, but leaving a little less negative space in between my foils. Because the last one, we were just trying to blend her roots. And as you can tell in the back here, she doesn't really have a ton of gray. It's like very sparkly, just very woven and blended. Like there's definitely more dark than gray in the back. So I definitely didn't add too many slices in the back of her head when we did her color last time. So what I'm really doing right now is brightening up everything because she wants to be a lot lighter and a lot blonder overall. She wants to have a lot more color this time. So this back part here, there's really not much color in the back. So I'm really heavy going in and slicing her head and just getting her to be a lot more solid in the back. And you can even tell that the pieces and slices that I'm picking up are completely virgin, completely dark. So this is going to give me a really clean, beautiful lift. And since this is my second time doing her hair, I already know that her hair lifts pretty well. So yeah, keeping the same type of highlighting placement when doing clients makes it really easy to retouch it if they want to go lighter, but it also makes it easy if they want to maintain the same thing, because you can go back, pick up the pieces that you highlighted last time, or you can pick up the pieces that you left out last time And what that's going to do, if you pick up the same pieces, it'll maintain the same color. But if you pick up all of the dark pieces that you left out, it will make them blonder and have a lot more color than last time. And then, of course, if you watch my other videos, I am using the Blonde Me Schwarzkopf lightener. My first bowl was about 100 grams of just 6 and 20 volume, and that's 100 grams of developer to 50 grams of powder. I like to mix it 1 to 2 just to give it a nice, slight, thick consistency. And then the rest of the head is just going to be 20 volume. So as I'm going through her hair and pretty much picking up the dark that I left out, this is really me lightening all of the dark. And so this is pretty much like a full balayage, since every hair that I'm lightening is the hair that was untouched last time. So in reality, I am doing a lot of lightening in this service, and we are doing more so of a full balayage whenever a client wants to go lighter. And guys, I really love this client's gray pattern, because you can see in the front here that the front, she has already like the most beautiful natural money piece from her natural gray. So I was super excited to take her on as a client, because enhancing her natural gray was going to just look so pretty. And when it grows out, you can even see, I know that the mids and ends are a little bit bluish, but honestly, I feel like it blended and grew out really soft. I feel like she enjoyed the color, she told me, and the grow out was great for her. That even though we're going to be going lighter this time, I feel like the grow out will still be really pretty, because she has such a beautiful gray pattern that anything on her that is more cool toned like this will really look super natural as it grows out. And then when her grays grow in, they just look like really beautiful natural highlights. And that is the whole point of gray blending, is for a client to really embrace their natural gray pattern and just have it sparkle and act as a natural highlight as their hair grows out. So since the front is nice and beautiful and bright naturally, I did a few slices back to back with no negative space there, just to mimic her natural money piece. And then as I continue to connect the front and the back, I do start to leave just a teeny bit of a slice of negative space in between to kind of blend and connect the highlights together. So as I'm highlighting her hair as well, each slice that I pick up, I'm really trying to make sure that the slices are pretty see-through, so that I get a really good even application and lift with the lightener. And then also, I don't like to bend my foils when I'm doing a large application like this, because I find that when you're trying to get a dark haired client really light, if you bend the foils, sometimes it can create warm spots or just get a really uneven blend. So I try my best to not fold the foils so that that doesn't happen. So now that I've moved on to the sides, I want to continue doing a very chunky, brighter money piece. So I'm just slicing the sides as well. But that highlight that I'm going to be doing shortly after, that's going to connect that front hairline to the back hairline, is going to be a weave, just so that it gives a bit of softness. But because she has more of a solid gray pattern around the hairline, that's why I'm continuing that slice on the sides. And then you can see here it's a little bit more diffuse. She has a little less gray, so that is also why I am doing a weave rather than a slice right above the ear. So this is pretty much what her hair looked like when her foils were pretty much all ready to be rinsed. You can already see that I rinsed out that mohawk section because since that's where we started, that's what was finished first. And now I'm pulling out these sides to make sure that they are perfectly even with the rest of the head before I tone. So normally on a gray blending client, I might pre-tone with some Barcelona Pulp Riot purple shampoo, but today I'm not gonna, only because we are going to be putting on a pretty pigmented purple anyways. So I would normally only use purple shampoo if a client is wanting to go like a light silver, but since we agreed to do more of a darker purple throughout the whole thing, I felt like doing a pre-tone of purple shampoo wouldn't do too much of it or make a huge difference since we were already going to be putting on a deeper purple all over. So for our purple formula at the root, it was mostly velvet with some lilac and some mercury and smoke. And then I started to dilute that same formula for the mid, and then that mid color, that's what I used to root the money piece. And then lastly, the lighter tone that is going to be on the ends is what I put on the rest later. And for her, before applying the Pulp Bright semi formulations, I did dry her about like 80%. Just so that I could get through the hair a little bit quicker and a little bit easier and make sure that everything was fully saturated. Whenever I do color melts, I do like to do one color at a time. So for her, I did the whole root and then the mid, and now you can see I'm just going in and doing the lighter color all throughout. Sometimes too, once I'm done applying all of the semi color, I'll go back in sections and just kind of separate the hair with my hands and make sure that everything is fully saturated, because oftentimes when you're doing a semi color, sometimes the hair can get like bundled up or like squished together, and sometimes you can miss some spots. So I always like double check after I do a semi application to see if there's any spots that need to be resaturated, because this color is a bit more like conditioner based. The product can dry up and it doesn't technically like move on to the other hair like other toners would. Like wherever you set it, it kind of just stays there and only processes wherever you put it. So if you don't fully saturate, it's really easy to miss some spots. So I always cross-check to double make sure, especially where they part their hair and on the ends. I just like to triple double check just to ensure that their hair is nice and vibrant and bright. Also, especially when you're doing lighter tones like we are on the mids and ends. So once I was done applying her semi color, we let this sit for about like 30-35 minutes at room temperature. We rinsed her out with some ice cold water and then just styled her. Alrighty guys, here is the finished look. She was so obsessed with it. I loved it so much. Even though her ends, she came in and it was super blue, we had mixed up more of a pinky violet, and look how smoky it still looks. I feel like this will definitely help preventing her hair from fading out blue, but honestly, hair is unpredictable. Everyone's hair is different, so in the case that this does turn a little bit blue, we can always fix it with another round of something more pinky or even just go pink. But I really love the combination and how it has so much dimension and looks kind of periwinkle in some areas because of the blue. But she absolutely loved this color so much, and I can't wait to see the way that it fully fades out on her. Alrighty guys, that is it for this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in, and I will talk to you guys next week.